Music Studio. Music Studio.
Okay, Oy. Pumalso. Okay, pumalso. Okay, kasi kainom lang po. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Okay, good evening mga kababayan, no? Ito naman sa mga taga Bangsamoro, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, no? Okay, ang pakinggan natin itong House Bill 6732. Okay, ulitin ko, House Bill 6732. I-recall po ng Kongreso mga kababayan, no? By the House Committee on Franchise for Mass Media and Communication, mga kababayan, no? Hindi natin alam kung anong kadahilanan bakit recall nila, no? Palagay ko i-plan sa nila ng maigi po ang bill na yan. Okay, kasi maraming mag-suggest dapat po ganun ang bill, no? Okay, ganon, baka i-amend nila ng mas maganda, no? Para, okay, sa lahat po ng, okay. Naku, walang, sandali lang. Wala palang gripo mga kababayan, no? Sandali, no? Ayan. Ayan. Okay, may gripo na. Okay na po ang gripo mga kababayan. So, ay po ng committee, no? Okay, sa mababang kapulungan po mga kababayan, pamagitan po ni Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano at mga kababayan ito, no? Okay, so maraming debate kanina, mga suggestion, pamagitan po ng session nila, regular session mga kababayan ng House of Representatives, no? Okay, gumagamit sila ng Zoom mix mga kababayan. Meron sa floor, and then meron by Zoom mga kababayan. Napagkikan natin kung ano ang napag-usapan nito. Kahit okay, mga bate po kanina po patungkol rito. Okay, makinig tayo. Okay.
And we want to hear from the majority of our members kung ano na talaga on how we can move forward. What's important is pinapakinggan narinig ng taong bayan ang both pro and against. Yan ang importante. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, if we grant a shorter franchise of until October 2020 or maybe a year or two, not the 25 years, I'll be looking at this week the approval on second reading of the measure and on third reading by next probably Monday. I cannot speak for the majority, no? Ako, yung sinikin in the Constitution na ma-third reading na para ma-forward sa Senado. At pero ngayon makikita mo, medyo umiiba po ang desisyon ng ating mga miyembro. Narinig mo naman si D.S. Marcoleta, gusto niya isang malawakang hearing. The chairman resolution, na resolution ng malawakang investigasyon at gusto na 25 years. So at this point, Your Honor, I cannot answer for the majority. I think we should have a majority caucus and decide how to move forward starting today after the changes and various interpellations and manifestations expressed by members. Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This to be sponsored proposal number 31, 2020. Just another manifestation, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, on the issue of franchise. I tried to make a little research and came to a conclusion that the requirement of legislative action for the grant of franchises, especially in this case, franchise for ADLSNTV, it's not actually a constitutional requirement. There's no provision in the Constitution that franchise. It is actually a power that is provided for by law. In other words, if we are asked, is there really a constitutional requirement? No, unless there is a law, there is no need for a legislative franchise. And interestingly, Mr. Speaker, it appears that there is really no law that specifically says to TV networks, because the law that was applied by the Supreme Court was a law referring to grant of franchises to radio networks. And in one case, the Supreme Court said the law also applies to television. Speaker, I had contemplated on this even prior to the issue of the ADLCBN renewal franchise. Contemplated on filing a bill removing utilities and public services. Simply because it's an added burden. It's an added layer in the bureaucratic requirements. But the experience, Mr. Speaker, that we had with NTC gave me a change of heart. Because it appears that retaining the mechanism for checks and balance. Kasi kung sa isang ahensya na lang, tulad ng nangyari sa NTC, parang napaka-powerful na nila at wala ng checks and balance. I think it is appropriate that we retain that power in Congress, no, by retaining legal requirements and in fact strengthening the legal requirements for Mr. Speaker. Gusto ko sponsor, sabi ni Speaker kanina, Mr. Speaker, neutral academic na, pero gusto ko lang emphasize just for a minute that I beg to disagree that holding first and second readings on the same day is unconstitutional. The Constitution, I think, contemplates a situation where a bill is referred in the regular course to a regular committee, like the Committee on Legislative Franchises. Because the rationale under the Constitution, as ruled by the Supreme Court in one case, Kita versus the Senate of the Philippines, ang sabi ng Supreme Court, ang rationale po dito ay upang the rest of the members of the House are duly informed of what transpired in the committee. So if this was referred to the regular committee, only the members of the committee had prior notice or had notice of what transpired there. The rest of the members of the House do not have notice. But in our case, in the case of House Bill 6732, this was referred to and considered by the committee or had the opportunity to participate in the deliberation or bill at the committee level. In which case, first and second reading will already be conducted on the same day. That cannot be compromised, Mr. Speaker, is the third reading on a separate day. The distribution of copies of the bill in its final form to all members 3 days before the passage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, distinguished sponsor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I share the view of the distinguished gentleman from Agusan that there was no constitutional defect in the process reading. However, I also would like to answer the points made by the distinguished gentleman from Agusan. Congress really was vested with the authority to grant a franchise based on constitutional law. Malino naman po dun sa Article 6, Section 24 na sinasabi na private bills shall originate exclusively in the House of Representatives. Must provide the House of Representatives. Private bills in the legal dictionary is defined as any legislation that benefits an individual or locality. Anchoring on this, a legislative franchise is then under the exclusive jurisdiction or power of the lower house or Congress. And again, if I might cite, Jurisprudence Broadcasting System Inc. and People's Broadcasting Service Inc., the decision cites clearly any person or enterprise which wishes to operate a broadcast radio or television station in the form of a law passed by Congress and thereafter a license to operate from the NBC. So the power granted to Congress basically is constitutional, not statutory, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Sol Aragones of the 3rd District of Laguna to interpolate the sponsor of House Bill 6732, Deputy Speaker Elwood Freddy of
I remind the committee that be recognized once and not twice, unless otherwise by leave of the House. Congresswoman Aragones already interpolated honorable sponsors last Wednesday. And without people from the House,
Mr. Speaker, she will manifest this. She will deliver her manifest.
Mr. Speaker, just for reference, the Honorable Congresswoman Sol Aragones made a manifestation last week instead of conducting an interpellation. Your Honor, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, makinig tayo, no? Kasi mabigat ito. Okay. Bakit naglaw?
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
hanap buhay. Kwento na ho ito ng pagkakataon na mapakinggan ang iba't ibang panig sa isyong ito. At kwento na ito ng muling pagbalik sa himpapawid o sa ere ng istasyon na patuloy na magiging kaagapay ng gobyerno sa panahon ito ng pandemya. Kwento na ho ito.
Yan po ang tatak media, mga kababayan, no? Sol Aragones. Pakinggan natin muli.
Doon at hindi na ng kahapon. On that note, Mr. Sponsor, tulad nyo rin, tulad din ng milyong-milyong Pilipinong tumututok sa istasyon. Kami rin ho ay naghihintay, pareho-pareho naghihintay ng happy ending. Kaya naman mo para itanong na kanina, para lang mo mapakinggan muli ng mga nanonood at nakikinig sa atin, posible mo ba ang tanong ng karamihan na sa halip na 6 months ay 25 years na ang ibigay? Ito ba isang bagay, Mr. Sponsor, na ikinokonsidera nyo sa ngayon?
Mr. Speaker, when I filed this bill, hearing suggestions, manifestations from our colleagues, Chairman Eric Yap, Congressman Lo Fortune, open naman po tayo na pakinggan lang natin po ang franchise sa ganyang klaseng amendment at this time po. Dahil bukas po ang aking pag-iisip, naririnig ko naman po ang sentimento ng ating mga kasama. So bukas po ako dyan na ma-amend po yan, na diretso na lang pakinggan natin po ng 25 years ang yung ton ng franchise application po ng ABS.
Ito yung nabanggit din ni Congressman Fortune kanina, kung ang tutunguhin ho para sa kaalaman ng ano ang magiging proseso para sa mas malinaw na kaalaman ng mga simpleng mamamayan. Kung 25 years naman ho ang tutunguhin natin, ano naman ang magiging proseso?
Well, yung original bill po na final, ang intention talaga is mag-operate muna ng until October habang pinapakinggan franchise. But with regards to your proposal or your manifestation at this time, hindi pa naman tayo nag-entertain ng amendment, we will consider a 25-year franchise. The process by which it will happen, I think we have to hear other members kung ano ang proposal nila. Kasi meron dyan, pero sa akin pa ginagampator. On the other hand, sinabi na since expired na yan, pakinggan na yung 25 years, pero they will remain to be closed. So these are options open at this point. Kailangan talagang ang importante lang talaga ay magkaroon ng extensive, comprehensive, impartial, transparent na hearing. Can we do this in 6 months? Yes. Siguro masasagot ko po yan ng malinaw pag talagang mag-umpisa na tayo into a full-blown hearing at maimbitahan yung mga gustong pro at against at malalaman natin kasi kung konti lang naman ang gustong magsalita, di ma-approve ng mabilis yan. Kung marami naman ang gustong magsalita, tatagal po. So these are questions that we have to address when we finally decide how to move forward, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat. Malinaw po ang inyong kasagutan, Mr. Sponsor. Ako po ay pabor at nagpapasalamat sa inihain yung panukalang batas kasama si Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano at iba pang authors nito sa pansamantala o provisional franchise na ibibigay sa ABS-CBN. Malaking bagay na po ito. Pero kung may kukonsidera ko ang 25 years, sabi nga ho ng millennial, Mr. Sponsor, baka naman kung may 25 years na ikukonsidera, baka ho mas happy ang ending. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Sponsor. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Maraming salamat po sa mga puntos na binigay po ni Congresswoman Sol Aragones. Majority Leader, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that we recognize Honorable Alfredo Garbin of Ako Bicol Party List to interpolate the sponsor. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Garbin is recognized for his interpellation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. For distinguished sponsor, our Deputy Speaker from Bicol, Congressman Elio Budoferte. Sana ho, pakinggan. Distinguished sponsor, Mr. Speaker, kanina ko napakinggan ko yung interpellation, mga tanungan ni Congressman Fortun. He mentioned about the powers of Congress to grant franchises. Although I defer to his proposition that this Congress doesn't have any explicit power to issue franchises, especially for mass media, I agree with the elucidation made by Congressman El Rey Villaferte that the same is constitutionally provided for. In fact, under Section 11 of Article 11 of the Constitution, which states that no franchise, certificate, and any other form of authorization for the operations of public utility shall be granted except to citizens of the Philippines or to corporations or associations organized under the laws of the Philippines, at least 60% of whose capital is owned by such citizen, except for mass media, which is 100% Filipino-owned. Nor shall such franchise certificate of order or authorization be exclusive in character or for a longer period than 50 years. Neither shall any franchise or right be granted except under the condition that it shall be subject to amendment, alteration, or repeal by Congress when the common good so requires. So meaning, Mr. Speaker, the single sponsor, that the right to amend, alter, or repeal was given to Congress, and this power emanates from the very power to grant franchise. Kasi kung wala kang power to grant, wala ka naman power to repeal, amend, alter the franchise that was given to any entity. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, the power of Congress to grant franchise is constitutional. Now, let me go now to my point, Mr. Speaker, on the issue of the term of the franchise, which is Section 6. Marami ko akong naririnig kanina, and even sa labas, na tayo daw dito sa Kongreso, bawal mag-grant ng temporary or provisional franchise, of which I disagree. In fact, tatanungin ko ang distinguished sponsor na lower in the final form of the bill, which was distributed to us 5 days ago, did mention about temporary or provisional franchise. It speaks only of a franchise with a term until October 31. That was the bill subject of this deliberation. Mr. Sponsor. Mention of provisional. The reason why we call it provisional temporary is because of the bill, I think the ABS-CBN brought Broadcasting Corporation a franchise to construct, install, operate, and maintain television and radio broadcasting station in the Philippines and for other purposes. So, meaning, under the powers granted by the Constitution, 5 months, 1 year, 25 years, the only institution is that in no case it should exceed or for a longer period than 50 years. Tama po ba, distinguished speaker? Tama po yun po nakalagay sa Constitution po, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker. Ang nakasanayan lang, palaging 25 years yung ating na-approve. But the Constitution doesn't limit us to approve a franchise with a term of 6 months, 5 months, 25 years, or period longer than 50 years. So, sana malinawan yung ating mga kababayan na palagi nagtatanong at iba pang mga abogado na nagsasabi, nagpapa-interview sa ibang radio stations that what we're doing here is unconstitutional. We can only approve franchise with a term or a period of 25 years. Ang sinasabi ho ng ating konstitusyon na balikan batas, ang limitasyon lang ho is that than 50 years. Dito na ho tayo, Deputy Speaker, distinguished sponsor, doon sa mga aligasyon. Since we intend to approve this one in the term of 6 months, barring and barring also the outcome of the conference committee. Dahil kung kayo ako ay mag-agree sa akin, the private bill, which is the franchise, must exclusively emanate from the House of Representatives. But it does not say that the outcome, which is the final form of the law, must exclusively emanate from the House of Representatives. Tama po ba? It is only the... Tama po ba? Tama po. It should emanate here like tax laws, revenue laws, local bills, private bills, revenue, and tariff bills. Should emanate and originate from the House of Representatives, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker. But it only speaks of the bill, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor. It does not speak of the final form of the law. So, pagdating mo, baka ho, magkasundo, yung Congress provide a longer term. But it could be 25 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, or 2 years for that matter. Tama po ba, distinguished sponsor? Tama po, malinaw naman po sa Constitution that it should originate from here, but the upper house or the Senate can institute amendments through the BICAM, part of the legislative process. We can propose to them until October, but it does not stop the Senate from proposing a longer or shorter term for that matter. So they can propose or concur with amendments and they can propose a longer term, but it doesn't also preclude us in the period of amendment to longer term before the House Bill 67. All private bills shall originate exclusively in the House, but the Senate may propose or concur with amendments. So they can accept the bill in its final form with no amendments or propose amendments, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, bakit ito pinakinggan ko ng mga mabuti, no? Okay, kasi napakahalaga po ang news, mga kababayan, ng media. Okay, kaya nga tinutukan natin ito mga kababayan, no? Mga tagapakinig natin. Okay, ay napakahalaga po ang media information, mga kababayan, no? Okay. Ayan. Pakinggan natin muli.
So malinaw po yan, distinguished sponsor, Mr. Speaker. Let me go to the serious allegation, Deputy Speaker, Congressman Marcoleta. But you said earlier, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, that it should come, the double subsidiary, the citizenship, contractual obligations, violation of labor laws, should come at the proper time wherein sabi mo po, distinguished sponsor, dapat magkaroon ng impartial and to hear this in the Legislative Franchise Committee or this body declare as a committee of a whole. In both cases, we can conduct an extensive hearing. We can invite resource persons via Zoom or actual public hearings, either to the Franchise Committee or as a committee of the whole, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker.
Okay.
So it will come at the proper time, but the circumstance that we are right now is that we are prohibited from having a mass gathering that was provided for under EQ, Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine. And so, Mr. Speaker, I propose that after we approve this franchise, we can avail of the mode of discovery, be it interrogatory, we can send questions in the form of interrogatory agents of the government, the ABS-CBN, NTC, provide us written answers under all contractual obligations applicant for the renewal of franchise ABS-CBN. Siguro that's the way to go po. Distinguished sponsor, that while we are waiting for the new normal and that impartial and comprehensive hearing, we should avail of the modes of discovery, provide that the rules of court, those gaps that we see in the House rules can be supplemented by the rules of court, and that is one way.
Okay, kasi kanina nakinig ako sa live hearing nila, ano? Sa session nila ay meron na banggit dito yung mga violation of a tax law, violation of labor laws, marami pang iba mga kababayan. Narin sa live kwan nila, no? Live isang mama itong mga kababayan, no? Isang party list. So, pakinggan natin, no? Okay. Talagang maraming kasalanan. Maraming kasalanan po ang ABS-CBN, mga kababayan, na talagang okay. So sana ito katapusan na, maayos ito. Okay, yung mga problema ito maayos na po pagka operate. Talagang maraming sakit ng ulo, mga kababayan, no, ang ABS-CBN. Okay. Sana ito pag maayos ng kongreso ito, lahat ay present po, mga kababayan, no? Lahat sumusunod na ang mga broadcasting industry, mga kababayan, no? Okay, wala nang sakit na ulo katulad nangyari ngayon, mga kababayan, no? Pakinggan natin ulit. Ang ganda eh. Okay. Talagang gusto-gusto ko. Okay, kasi part ng communication at saka mass media, mga kababayan, no? Okay.
having it is the modes of discovery. Pag sworn declaration, and then we can be properly guided. And then we can simplify the issues. The moment we conduct.
Okay, sandali lang, isigit natin muna ito, no? Okay. Hindi man mawawala yun. Sandali lang.
Mga kababayan, ang programa ito servisyo publiko tinig ng mamamayan. COVID-19 alerto Manila.
Okay, programa natin, hindi pa lumot abang tumatapang ang ina-apply natin, ang platform natin, no? Pakinggan natin itong party list ito, no? Okay.
A comprehensive and impartial committee hearing. Do you agree with me, distinguished sponsor, Mr. Speaker? Well, several points were made. First, that mass gathering definitely is not allowed, but despite that that fact, we are still able to conduct hearings. Right now, there's less than 50 here members, so we are still able to provide protocols, while more than 200 of our members are participating to Zoom. So we can still do hearings, a comprehensive impartial hearing through this type of arrangement. Submitting position papers definitely is a must. Yes. In fact, we urge already those for and against to submit as soon as possible time. Why are they for the approval? Why are they against? And I think the franchise committee has started this, but again, we would like to reiterate to the public those that submitted to these papers. But I will disagree because no matter what we receive from the and fast track.
Totoo talaga mga kababayan, no? Can you imagine 80 million po nakikita yung nasa ABS-CBN mga kababayan, no? Okay, 80 million. Okay, data po ay okay. Ang dami nanonood po ng ABS-CBN, talagang deficit po kung hindi po karalan ng maigi, no? Okay, complicated. Tama po itong si Ray Villaforte mga kababayan, no? Nagkuhan nila. Okay. Very complicated. Malakas po. Okay, hindi biro. Totoo po mga kababayan, no? Very complicated. Okay. Ayan. So, okay. Banggain mo yung 80 million na yan. Problema ka talaga mga kababayan, no? Okay. Ayan. Kasi ang talagang totoong news ay sa demokrasya, ang news po ay mga mass media ito ay check and balance mga kababayan, no? Kakampi ng mamamayan, ng media mga kababayan, mga suki natin, no? Okay, kakampi ng mamamayan. Sumbungan ng mga mamamayan, maliban sa mga authority, talagang sumbungan po ng mamamayan ang media, no? Kaya minsan kami po nakaalam, okay, kung anong nangyari po sa kapaligiran, no? Pati sa mga ibang bansa ay kami ang nakakuha po ng information, no? Katulad na lang excuse me, no? Okay, sorry. Yung namatay naka-break Saka na lang sumunod po ang iba, no? Okay, ayan. Nakuha po yung sa mga area, palaking news organization. Pinasasakit. Jackpot. Ayan po mga kababayan. Jackpot ako.
Sure that what we need to do, therefore, is to really have an impartial hearing, hear all sides, so that when we decide, we can all unite as a nation that all voices were heard. That's what's important. Because pag nag-decide ka na for, ganit yung against. Pag nag-decide ka against, ganit yung for. So ito ang sitwasyon na talagang you cannot satisfy everyone. But what we can guarantee is dapat talaga magkaroon ng extensive hearing, extensive submissions and receipt of position papers at as soon as possible time. The manner and mode of the hearing will be further determined by the leadership on how to proceed. Ang importante, dinidiskusyon na. Nakakalungkot lang dahil nag-umpisa na tayo mag-hearing ng 3 o'clock, alas 6 na. Nakakalungkot lang, hindi natin natatouch yung mga issue on COVID-related stimulus package. Marami pong nagugutom, kailangan ng trabaho, kailangan ng ayuda. Ito na po yung sinabi ni Speaker na pag nag-umpisa na po ang ADLSNTV hearing, kawawa naman yung ibang mga panukala. And this is what's happening. Isipin mo, nag-umpisa tayo ng 3 o'clock, alas 6 na. Di ko alam ko ano oras matatapos. Ang nakakalungkot lang, 90% of our members are focused on EBS, while I feel that there are more important and urgent issues that we have to discuss. But that's a reality. The reality is, pag ABS-CBN ang issue covered ng media, pagbalik probinsya, COVID-related, hindi na cover ng media. So yan lang po sana, pakiusap ko rin sa media, paano po din na nangyari. But I agree with the distinguished gentleman from Ako Bicol. However, on most of the issues he has raised, but I beg to disagree that this is a simple issue. We can simplify the process, but the issue definitely cannot be simplified. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
Thank you, distinguished sponsor. What I'm trying to say is, upon submission of all those written declarations of the government agencies, resource person where we cannot compel to attend a physical hearing because of our present circumstance. And at the same time, those allegations made against ABS-CBN, the applicant himself can submit written declarations under oath. Then, if we all receive those written declarations, certain statement under the modes of discovery provided under the rules of war, ang sinasabi ko ay somehow we can now simplify the issues and be guided accordingly doon sa mga kasagutan ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno, pati na yung mga nag-aaliga, pati na yung inaakusahan para patuloy-tuloy yung ating pag-aaral dito sa pangkisa na ito. Magandang punto yan, but again kasi the reality is, papayag ba ang ABS na lahat na akusasyon sa kanila ay sagutin na lang nila through documentary evidence or counter evidence under oath? Papayag ba sila? Papayag rin ba ang mga oppositor na wag na lang magsalita under oath at magsabit na lang ng dokumento? So I think we have to balance. We have to determine what can be accepted as documentary evidence. We can just corroborate information through evidence. At the same time, kailangan rin talaga palagay ko na ang physical presence under oath naman. Our aim here, distinguished sponsor, Mr. Speaker, is just the same. To have an impartial hearing, comprehensive, and the law on which this franchise will be approved. Truthful facts and the prevailing law so that we can arrive at a conclusive decision whether this franchise will be granted or approved.
Galing ito ah.
Huli na lamang po, distinguished sponsor, Mr. Speaker, Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano, for this timely action. acting as a committee of the whole, wherein we are now deliberating on second reading and period of interpellation and debate. We expect the bill to pass the third reading, probably on Monday, and be sent immediately to the Senate next week for the possible to fight this pandemic, which is your fight against the COVID-19. Now, ABS-CBN would be able to continue its role in its fight by providing news entertainment and assisting the government through private sector initiatives. Also, once passed, the provisional franchise not only give, or the franchise will not only give ABS-CBN franchises and the Congress as a whole, but will also give its employees the much needed employment security. Well, this development is good news. We have to be reminded that this bill only gives the applicant ABS-CBN a provisional franchise until October 2020. Upon the assumption of Congress from the adjournment on July 20 has to remove. In the same manner, Congress will have contemptuous AFC, but also the millions of Filipino viewers. You must also be reminded.
Okay, no, galing. Okay.
Sa lahat. Ang programa ito ay publish paminan at trabaho.
Okay, kalahati. Nawala. Okay, Balitang Bangsamoro ang basahin natin, no? Okay, para naman na kaalaman ng Bangsamoro. Sandali lang.
Mga kababayan, kinig ng kababayan. COVID-19 alerto balita.
Okay. Anong personnel, no? Okay, to conceptualize capacity building program for the Bangsamoro government, human capital, the Development Academy of the Bangsamoro, DAG, okay, conducted Monday, May 18, a technical working group orientation for HI human resource person. Nandito na po ang dating boss natin, no? Newly appointed president of the Academy developing the internal arrangement of Bangsamoro Association Muslim BARM, which aim to bureaucracy, form and transform transparency, accountability, and participation. Sana nga. Okay, nakaangkla sa moral governance, mga kababayan, no? According to President Salam, okay, the Academy will work closely with each of the BARM ministry in order to strengthen and establish an excellent working relationship. Okay. We need to work beyond the mandate. Ang kailangan ng bawat ministry, he said. Also, okay, the Academy will conduct a series of training for the BARM employees, which will be strictly in accordance with the Bangsamoro government call for moral governance. And its third priority agenda, mga suki, mga kababayan. No, sa DAG, Nandiyan na po sa DAB si Dr. Salam mga kababayan. Na siya, academ na. Ang academ ay role po magtuturo mga kababayan na. Ayan. So yan, DAB. Okay, star at saka DAB mga kababayan na. Congratulations. Okay, Dr. Salam mga kasay. Yung bagong ay trabaho Dr. Salam na. Okay, sana kay ikaw ay magtagumpay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Dr. Nuruddin Salam na. Ayan. Okay. Bagong position, no? DAB. Okay. Ayan. Saan tayo ang opisina ng DAB? Ayan.
Ang programa ito ay public service sa kahaminan at trabaho lamang.
Okay. Okay, MP Abroad, sa hashtag, no? In behalf of the Association of Radio, thank you so much for your audience. Ibang sa marang hundred people including us in the CSO. Sukran, Atir, wa Jazakallahu khair. Okay, makakuha, no? Okay, sandali lang. bakbakan po ng Armed Forces of the Philippines at saka Communist Party of the Philippines. O tinatawag na NPA, mga kababayan. Okay. Salute to the brave Armed Forces of the Philippines. The Armed Forces of the Philippines continues to weaken communist terrorist group, CTG. As 9 members surrendered, 17 were killed, and 2 apprehended in combat operation. Okay, for 12. Bakbakan naman ito. Ayan.
Ayan, ang programa ito, servisyo publiko, tinig ng mamamayan. COVID-19, alerta, balita.
Ayan. Okay, masaya po ang senior citizen, no? Okay, lahat na senior citizen, okay, DSWD, mga mayors, mga barangay chairman, ang pangulit ng mga tao sa relief goods ay hindi ibig sabihin mga patay gutom. Sila ay karapatan, okay, ng bawat Pilipino ang sila'y ating paglingkuran sapagkat sila'y ating mamamayan. Yes, bigyan lahat po yan, utos ko. Lahat pantay-pantay mga kababayan, no? Okay, pati siya. Okay. Bigyan ng Pangulo